So officially welcome to FutonCast 2.0 because it sounds fancier that way. I am your host, once again, TFA Bro Sidon, because you guys on YouTube have not seen what's been happening for the last 13 minutes. With me today, I've got Robby Shuttleworth, Stacey Legrand,
Hello.
and our good friend, Jojopetv.
What's up?
This is Jojo.
Jojo Pet.
Skizzle.
Nice.
Yep. Well, I gotta steal your word now. It's mine now. I'm just taking it. I'm like England conquering the rest of the world. So today we're gonna talk about a lot of things. There've been a lot of releases over the last 2 weeks. We had to take a little break because I couldn't make it home in time because I had to work, so that I could fund projects like this. So that we can enjoy ourselves, and I sip this coffee. So I can afford to sip coffee. This coffee's now necessary because I'm an old man as of last week, and I fall asleep at about midnight.
That's when I fall asleep, but I'm not an old man.
And then wake up at 5.
Yes, you are.
Because I only sleep
call
for
me
5
old,
hours. Man, I'm old man Shuttleworth.
Watching the
Man.
old men, we're gonna have to rename the show.
So there's a lot of stuff.
Hey.
I'm thankful we have Jojo on because he's played more than the 10 minutes of GTA that I've played. Because I'm waiting for PC. And we got a lot of stuff. I'm going to throw it to Robby first because he's got a couple of articles that he wants to talk about. And we'll move on from there. We have lots of things. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, Burning Infinity's sister is in the chat.
no way.
All right.
That's
No
what's going
way.
on over there. And now we have
How you
3
doing,
Burning
girl?
Infinities.
There's a
No
whole
futons for old
there's a
men.
whole
I
burning
enjoy that.
there's a whole burning family.
Oh my god. Okay, but
The burning coal.
I had 2 articles. I'm just gonna focus on one because I reread the other article, and it doesn't really need to be talked about at the moment.
Was it bunk or is it just useless?
No, it's useless for the moment.
Okay.
So what I'm going to talk right now is, I guess there was a presentation in London where an EA executive attacked Nintendo's Miyamoto and called Steve Jobs that dead guy from Cupertino.
All right.
and said that Nintendo is just making where was it? He was saying pretty much games are too complicated nowadays, and nobody wants a complicated game.
Okay.
That people just want a game when they want it at a price that they can just do it. And he's saying that things are just let's see. Yeah, he just went on like a tirade. I was saying a lot of the games are too complicated and too time consuming, and no gamers want that at the moment.
What?
I thrive on
Yeah.
difficult.
Right.
Maybe this new generation of gamers.
Oh, old man Cullen's coming out. Back in my day, I played Duke Nukem 3D this last week, and it's hard as balls set on hard. Like, unforgivingly hard. I personally, I hate it and I love it. Like, I kept going back for more. It got to the point where I'm like, I'm going on tilt. I'm getting angry. And now I gotta stop because I'm never gonna beat it. I'm just gonna sit here on an infinite loop of losing. But I kind of love that. Like, Dark Souls did that, where it's just, like, hard. And you lose, but you learn because you're like, okay, that dude's gonna be standing here. So I got to do this that second, and then this dude's gonna be here, and you learn. So it makes you learn the level, as opposed to, oh no, react, and okay, we're fine because my skills are uber. Whereas this is like, well, I can react, and if I don't make the right choice in the first 2 seconds, I'm dead, like super dead.
Yeah.
And then start over again.
So dead.
Like start from the beginning again.
That's terrible.
No, I love it.
And then just like
in a sick masochistic way. Sadistic.
more from the guy who said the comment. He went on to talk about, he's saying how user created content is going to be like the next generation of games, and how gamers are more important than in-house staff.
I mean, I agree that user created content is kind of like paving the way for a lot of things. Like you have Steam; it has the Steam Workshop, where people just kind of make their own little mods for things like TF2 and Dota 2, mostly Valve games, but like also Scribblenauts. I have a bunch of downloaded content for Scribblenauts. Like I can make random things that don't exist in the game's proper dictionary. Like I can make a sword that has not like bad words in it, but it's like they're not going to put it in there. They're not going to put in the bloody demon blade or whatever I have in the game. So I just and copyrighted content, of course, but I just I agree with the statement. I fully agree, actually. That modding,
Yeah, I mean,
that's why PC's around.
Especially with how much we've been talking about, games like Disney Infinity, where it gives you the idea that the capability to build your own levels. I agree with that. I don't agree with him saying that the people that are creating these things are more important than the actual game developers themselves, because that kind of throws the game developers aside.
But saying that they're useless is one thing. I wouldn't necessarily disagree that they're more or say that they are more important, but completely disregarding them, I don't think that's quite fair.
Jojo?
Yeah, I mean, things like Minecraft. I mean, not even Disney Infinity, because Disney Infinity is really limited that you have to submit your level, and if you're really, really lucky, it might be one of the 5 that's featured this week from Disney.
Yeah.
That they don't like weed out and go, oh well, that's vulgar, or that's not good enough, and I want to be able to share with everybody. And that's what things like Minecraft, there's no way Minecraft would have been as popular as it is without the community behind it that do mods and custom maps and all that stuff, and playing as a community. And oh my god, look at this, I built Lord of the Rings, and I built Game of Thrones, I built it to scale, and people are doing this, and like they're dedicating their time to doing it, and be like, here, I just made this, go play. It's free. There's something to be said about user created content, and I think developers are looking at games like Minecraft and Disney Infinity. I think that's one of the reasons they did what they did with that. Hopefully they fix it, but that's come a long way, and is like you were talking about earlier, Steam Workshop. Yeah. I mean, when people used to talk about mods before I got Steam, I was like, I don't know about this. Let me try it, and I was like, oh, you just click a button. You just click a button? Really?
Yeah, it just loads it? Yeah.
Yeah. No. I thought I was going to hack the program and stuff like that. No. I mean, it's like install, subscribe. Yeah.
I mean, the easiest game to mod right now that's not inside of Steam is Minecraft. And that's just, you have to know the right folder to find to dump crap in. So it's really not that hard, but a lot of people find it daunting, and Steam just kind of makes modding easy. With Workshop. I mean, like Burning said, it's the reason why, Skyrim, what it is now, is modding. Like, the only reason I'm still, occasionally going, well, I have hours to burn, and I don't feel like getting on StarCraft or playing anything on my consoles or whatever. I'm just going to play Skyrim and dick around for an hour, and I'll find a mod and go, oh, cool, I get armor that makes tidal waves when I walk. Sure, let's load that on. It's just that's the whole fun of it. And I don't want to be misunderstood. I believe in-house staff is incredibly important when it comes to games, because user mods only go so far. Game companies, in the end, because when you get down to it, I've downloaded a lot of mods that actually just end up shutting down the game. And, if the mod's cool enough, a lot of times in-house staff will pick it up and help them reprogram it so it actually works. So, and I know Bethesda's done that with a few of the shader packs and stuff. So, with Skyrim. So it's just, I honestly think, because not everyone is a professional designer or programmer, that it's possible for one person to just kind of just do it. It's impressive what they do on their own already. But having someone to come in and go, hey, we got nothing going on this week, we'll help you. So, and I think that actually makes the community more important because, for instance, I got a tweet. I was making a video that I still haven't been able to make because the servers go up and down all the time for a game called Dawngate because it's in beta. They turn off the servers at night, after midnight usually, and that's when I'd like to record everything because my neighborhood's quiet, and the dog's not barking next door, and there's no helicopters over my house. So it was during server hours, and I go to record, and it just went down, which was on EA's end. Not on the studio. EA's the publisher only. They don't touch it. I've said this before. It's a great game. Check it out. Try and get in the beta. The producer of the game from Waystone Games, the guys who were actually making the game, tweets me when I said, damn it, the server's down, just as I was about to record something, and he tweets, we're trying to figure this out right now, man. I'm so sorry this happened, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this is what makes a great community, is a great developer. Because if the developer cares, the people care, and then it kind of sprouts from there. If you feel like the game, you love this game no matter what, but you still feel like the developer doesn't care, that creates a lot of animosity inside of the community, and it gets really bad. And I've seen it 100 times. I play StarCraft. There are tons of people who don't really get the balanced team and what they do, and they get angry every other patch. Same with World of Warcraft, or if you want to talk Guild Wars 2, there's that whole group where they just think ArenaNet's sitting on their ass doing nothing. So it happens a lot, and I can't stress enough that in-house staff is important. That's my opinion. I just didn't want to be misinterpreted when I said I think user-created content is the future, because I do. But I still think in-house is very, very important.
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. Yeah, without a good core game, there's no other stuff to come after. If the engine sucked, then that's the developer's fault, and there's nothing to build off of,
Right. But we've gotten lucky with Steam being such a cool thing that it is, and now we have Workshop to make our lives easy. Modding! Also, I can't stress enough how awesome it is when a PC game comes out with console mode, because that made Skyrim so much more fun. Because I didn't keep killing Lydia for nothing then. And then rezzing her. And then she died. And then I'd res her. Because
Lydia.
I need someone to carry all my crap.
There are other companions you can take around, aside from Lydia.
But she's the hot one.
She's always so passive-aggressive and mean. I hate Lydia. I killed her first chance I got.
Maybe I'm into that. Don't judge me.
Well, if it's your thing, it's your thing. It's totally not my thing.
Well, anyways. So, what was the other thing, a part of that,
No, we got over it. We're
No. What was the first statement the guy made? Besides the Steve Jobs things, gaming. No, we already said it. It was the gaming can't be hard.
Games are they don't want games to be too hard. People don't want hard games anymore.
I think it's
easy games.
Yeah.
I want to touch on this one more time because it's just besides what I already said, I thought about it more and I wanted to not. I think it's this whole I mean, we have the whole casual demographic now, which is cool. It's getting more people into gaming, but no one wants the people that they sell a lot of these games to are the casuals. So a lot of these mobile games and stuff like that are sold to people who don't own a rig like I own, like a giant PC. They don't own all 3 consoles of every generation. So they're really selling it to the casual player, the person who's like, I'm going to play this an hour every other week. And if it's hard, they don't want to pick it up. So, no, that was a what show was that from? What do you know, Robby? What panel and where?
He was speaking at the DICE Europe event in London.
Yeah, DICE was this last week. I forgot.
Yeah, that's where he was speaking.
DICE is a really cool event. Gabe Newell gave an amazing speech there. That I watch all of Gabe Newell's crap though. I'm a Steam fan.
That's where that.
Fanboy.
I am a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, and we've had all that Steam news this week. Stacy,
Oh
what do you
yeah,
got
that's
for
a
us?
lot of Steam news.
That's a lot of Steam news.
Well,
When
do
is?
you want to talk about that first, or?
I mean, we could talk about that.
A
for
burning piece of what?
Oh.
Steam.
burning. The
Steaming
Steam,
piece of burn.
the Steam machine.
Yes.
Is that what you're referring to? I'm actually signed up in the beta right now. I'm seeing if I'm going to get one.
Nice.
Because I want to see it. Because I met all the requirements without having to go on their quest. You have to fill out certain requirements. You have to have at least 10 Steam friends. You need to play one game on big picture mode with a gamepad and a couple other things that were kind of miscellaneous. It wasn't really a big deal. The Gabe Cube, thank you. Lightning Jolt, the Gabe Newell Cube. It's I think it's an interesting concept. I don't know where it's going to go yet. I want to try it before I naysay it. Because we've been talking about a Steam box for the last year and a half when they talked about it, or they hinted at it. I can't remember what show. It's been something they've been talking about forever, especially when Gabe shat all over Windows 8, and he was like, I'm going to Linux. Which he did. Now he's got an OS, Steam OS, developed around Linux. Great things about Linux. It runs fast. It is intuitive. You know what you're doing, and it's reliable. It's super reliable. Problem is, you have to know what you're doing. Granted, this is Steam OS, so it's going to be like a dumbed down version of Linux. Just run. It's like what it's going to probably be is Linux running in the background, like a lot of programs, with the Steam OS pasted on top. There's a lot of games. For instance, if you're a Mac user, a lot of people use Wine to run games. It's a program called Wine. It opens up a Linux-based window, creates a little tiny window that it runs the game through, because a lot of games will play through Linux just as well as they'll play through Windows, just so you can get around that. So I don't know. What do you guys think about the Steam announcements this week? Let's start with Robby. Let's go round table.
Let's see. As I don't use Steam as much as most people would, I think I have 2 games on my Steam account, which are Dota 2 and DuckTales. So I may not be the person that they're looking for this, but I think it's a cool idea. I know I have to admit I didn't read too much into it. I just went, oh look, Steam OS was announced. Oh look, Steam Box. Okay, go at it, people. Have fun. Because that's kind of like... Yeah, that's... Like I said, I play DuckTales. And Dota 2.
Yeah.
And I don't even play Dota 2 that much. It's more just DuckTales.
We'll have to fix that.
But yeah, good.
Kind of something.
Good for Steam. Go Steam. Yeah, next person.
Stacey.
Life is like a hurricane. Sorry.
After we have a sing along. Hold on, guys. No, I mean, it's exciting news. It's cool. We've kind of been expecting it for a while, or something like it for a while. And I honestly haven't had time to play games for a couple of months now. And even if I did have time, my computer still sucks. So it doesn't really help me out. Because from what I understand, or what I've read, at least from the early releases, it still runs off of your computer, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, you know, it doesn't help me play games off of Steam any better until I get a new setup.
No, because it's still PC gaming.
For that.
So
yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, yeah, it's not going to be like what they were, like a mini computer that's uber fast or anything. But yeah.
Right. Right.
I don't know, Jojo. You've made some faces at Steam Machine, at the Steam machines as they were coming.
You know, generally, it doesn't really affect someone like me. That I mean, the Steam machines for somebody that doesn't have a gaming PC.
Yeah.
Generally, I mean, if you already have one and you can install that OS on it, that's cool. But it doesn't really. It's not for people like you or me, unless like, hey, I've got a 60-inch TV and I don't want to carry my PC in there. The same kind of demographic as this for the most part.
The Shield. Yeah.
But it's not for everybody, so it won't really affect you or me, or probably on the whole. So it didn't really excite me. I mean, maybe when it comes out and I learn more about it, I like to touch and feel things
I'm the same.
before I get excited.
Yeah.
I don't get excited until I can experience it myself.
No,
so
I'm
like
the
when it
same.
comes out, it may be like, woo, this is awesome. But until then, it's just magic.
Yeah. I mean, like, the original, like, everyone was like, oh my god, the piston, this is the Steam box, right? The piston, which is a cool concept, don't get me wrong. The piston is an awesome little box. It's expensive little box, but it's awesome. And that's really what I thought they were going for more. But kind of wish they would. But it would also deter people from wanting to go to PC gaming because it would cost as much as, like, the tower I just built that does the same thing times 10. Like, I can stream, edit videos. You can't do that on a Steam box. So what I'm going to be interested in is the price point when they finally release the Steam machines, or when they announce that. I didn't see a price in any of the articles I've read this past week, but I think it was all projected, like, this could be the price. But I can tell you the specs of my computer after the show. So it's just like, I don't know. It's a little weird. And now we're waiting for the third announcement. I don't remember when that's going to get announced in their trilogy of things. Everyone's hoping it better damn be Half-Life 3. That's all I've got to say at this point. It better fucking be Half-Life 3. It's the only thing that makes sense, and if they don't, I'm going to give up on Half-Life 3, I think, for the rest of my life.
That right there, that's a big hint right there. I just linked it in the chat.
Day 1, Day 2, Day 3. Overlay theme. Ha! Oh my god. I love that dog.
Oh, I've seen that. That's hilarious. Is that the I don't know what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay. It's a great little GIF. Guys, click on that link. It's a good time.
That's wonderful. I enjoy.
That was on Reddit forever ago, and it shows up on many a thing burning.
That's where I saw it.
Of course you did. Yeah, I forgot you're a lurker.
No, I log on, but I barely use it. So
yeah, you're a lurker. You don't
exactly
you read, you don't post.
But I'm logged in. I'm not logged in.
That still counts.
That still counts as a lurker.
It's still lurking.
The point of this podcast is not Reddit. Anyways.
Oh, Reddit, I like that.
You haven't heard that before?
No.
All right. Jojo, have you heard anything interesting in the last 2 weeks that you want to share with the world?
Wasn't it Stacey's ladies first?
Would you?
That is ladies first. Yeah, go ahead.
I can go first. Well, we're getting ready for the LA Podcast Festival.
That's
so
right.
I don't know if anyone is familiar with very many podcasts, kind of like ours, which is awesome. But
I'm familiar with it.
Are you very good? It's run by a couple of people who run podcasts like Probably Science, Comedy Film Nerds. They're gonna have a whole spread, a lot of Los Angeles-based podcasts and comics, as well as a couple who are traveling in, and we're gonna be covering the event, which is awesome. So we have a couple of interviews with. Yeah, it's going to be fun. We have a couple interviews that are going to go up tonight, actually, kind of about what the event is, what to expect. They're doing a whole bunch of live podcast shows, and then they're doing panels, kind of how to market your podcasts and getting into it and stuff like that. And then there's also a podcast lab which basically you just go bring your equipment and you can record your own podcasts right then and there. Which is a fun little feature, kind of a way to get everyone involved, you know? So we'll be there. A couple of my favorites are going to be there, so I'm excited.
That's cool.
Welcome to Night Vale. Yeah.
You and your
Stacey worked her magic and Stacey worked her magic and got it and did all this like within the span of a couple of weeks, and now we're covering the event. So look for it on our website, which is thefutonalliance.com, or on our Twitter, which is Futon Alliance.
Yes, we should have some fun interviews up with all kinds of podcasters. We'll be talking to a lot of people. We'll be tweeting from the event, and hopefully we'll have all kinds of goodies about it.
Awesome. I don't think we know which of us are going down yet, but we'll be down there if you're in the LA area. It's in Santa Monica. Come hang out.
Yeah, go check it out.
I guarantee.
Where's it at exactly?
Santa Monica on what streets?
It's at the Le Delfino. But it's okay. Hold on. I'm gonna link you to it right now. Actually, this is their
Robby
website.
Put it in Twitch chat.
Oh, all right. So did I.
It's in a couple of venues.
It's the second annual one. So they did this last year, and it was actually started by a Kickstarter campaign. They kind of pooled together. They, had to see how many people were interested in it, and they had a really good response. And this year it seemed, it's definitely grown in size, and they have all kinds. They've got Walking the Room. They have WTF with, blinking. Hold
on. Come on, use some of that research you did, Stacey.
Yeah, well,
listen to it.
So those who might be in LA of the weekend of the, what is it, the 5th or 4th?
It starts on the 4th and it goes through the 6th. It starts Friday evening. They kick off at about 7 with the actual podcast.
Le Meridian Delfina off of Pico in Santa Monica Boulevard. So come hang out if you're
it's a good time.
If you're in LA.
Sure, just let me jump on a plane real quick. I'll be right there.
Well, Jojo, do it. 'Cause then we
get
can
on it.
Go get effed up at the Le Meridian Delfino.
Yeah.
Well, they have a couple of parties every night, and they have a stand-up special on Saturday. So there's stuff that it goes pretty late, and there's all kinds of cool stuff going on. It's called their stand-up pod smash. So it's gonna be exciting.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, and it seems like everyone's just kind of gonna be wandering around. You get to talk to all these podcasters, all the people involved in it. Sounds like a pretty fun, fairly relaxed event. So
it's a networking day.
Be a good time. It does seem like
pretty much, yeah.
And
that's what it is.
And with a lot of the podcasters, there's so much crossover between like people showing up on everybody else's shows and stuff like that. So I imagine it's going to be a pretty great environment to be in.
Thanks for that, Jojo. Thank you for your.
Oh, what did I do?
You didn't notice that your camera flipped upside down for a minute? You went Spider-Man on us, and
I didn't do anything.
Oh, really? Because you went upside down in Skype too. It was awesome.
Whee!
And you were like flashing purple. I don't know why.
Dang it! Well,
it was exciting.
It was like upside down rave Jojo.
Got up on the raving in here.
All right.
DJ Rave Jojo.
Getting crazy.
What'd you say? DJ Rape Jojo?
Rave, not rape.
Oh, I was going to say, no DJ Rape Jojo. None of that.
No, DJ, don't do that to me.
Let's not get this party started.
No, please.
That's pretty cool, though. I like the idea of that they'll let you set up your own equipment, because you can get podcasters that you've just met, or maybe somebody you like, and they're like, hey, will you do a podcast with me real quick? That'd be really awesome. And just set up right there. And that's awesome.
Right, that's kind of the point of it. And because I've been talking to two of the creators of it, and they were saying how a lot of people did it last year anyways. They brought their podcasting stuff and they would host their stuff. So they're like, well, this year we got a space, like an official space for people to do this in. So, developing with the crowd, kind of going with it. So far, so good. And they did make it seem like people are going to be, running around pretty constantly visible and approachable.
Awesome. I'm
Should be a
actually...
very- yeah.
Very cool.
I'm looking forward
Huzzah.
to this, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
So I'm looking forward to
That's
this
what
more
you
than
We'll be there.
the Comic-Con ticket that I found out I had on the last day and didn't use. I didn't know I had access to it until, like,
Well,
literally...
this will be a lot less hectic and a lot probably. I mean, definitely not Comic-Con levels of
which
busy.
I'm so okay with.
And it will be completely focused on podcasting, which is fairly unique and really cool.
Which is something I enjoy doing. And if you couldn't tell. Alright.
No way, really?
What? Yeah, so if you're in the LA area, come hang out. You got anything else for us this week, Stacey? Anything new and cool and exciting?
I've basically been writing frantic emails and dealing with a 3-month-old in my spare time, so that's about it. Oh, we do have something exciting coming that we just filmed for the Futon Alliance. It'll
There
be
we
going
go.
up on YouTube. Yeah, we're working on that, so that's being edited and put together. We're cooking.
Wait,
Ooh.
what's happening?
That could go real well or real bad. Robbie, you know what's happening.
My futon kitchen.
You were part of it.
Advertise
There was
like shameless whores.
Okay, there
Pretty
was a
much.
lot of drinking happening on my account, so
I was told
We're
about
not
this plan
sure.
in advance.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're not sure how much of it Robbie remembers, but it was really entertaining.
There's a really bad picture. Actually, I'm going to bring this picture up.
You probably should.
oh god.
Because
You should
Which
probably
picture
tweet it out so I can see too.
everyone else can take their interpretation of this. Someone wrote a very nice
Oh, is it-
response. It's your
No,
Oh,
I
I
know
know
what
what
picture it is.
picture-
it's your
Okay.
not selfie.
It's a selfie.
It's not a selfie. There's two people.
I
Okay,
was in the
I was-
way of her selfie.
Here's the thing. I was taking a selfie and he happened to be in the frame. And
Well,
that's
no.
what happened.
Everyone look at Robbie's face and make your own opinions as to what's going on in this picture. I won't say a thing. It's too easy. It's too easy. There are like 20 possibilities. And only
Is
one
someone
of
else in the room? That's my question.
well, we only see one of Stacy's hands. We
Well,
don't know what the
no.
other one's doing.
Yeah, but it's her. Oh, never mind.
One of her hands has the camera, her other hand's over my shoulder.
I know, I'm taking a selfie, obviously.
Quote unquote, it could be a selfie. Alright, I'll take the picture down now.
Would be taking that
Okay.
picture. Pray tell.
So let me explain
I don't
myself
know.
about this picture.
Alright.
I was standing at my kitchen counter and I got a cramp in my foot. Now, I exclaimed in pain because I was a little bit on the tipsy side, so getting a cramp in my foot caught me very much by surprise. The cramp ended up moving from one foot to another. So I had a cramp in one foot and then a cramp in the other within about 30 seconds of themselves. And I exclaimed in pain, in which Stacey decided to jump in and take a selfie.
Nice.
Pretty much
Good
what
thinking
happened.
on your feet there.
It was
All
real
right,
great.
yeah.
Thank you.
There
Alright.
might be video footage of that somewhere too.
There's several comments on this picture from our friends on
I know,
Facebook.
we've got
The best
some
one is Adam's where he's like a fart, and I'm just like, I don't think that's a fart. There's no way that's a fart.
Pretty painful looking.
Fart's like the least probable out of the millions of scenarios that face could be coming from. We'll go with foot
There
cramp
was
for now.
no farting.
Well, you were drunk. How would you remember? You got the drunk farts.
Because I
and
know
then-
when I pass gas.
Ooh, defensive farted Robbie's come to battle.
Oh,
But,
great.
But yeah, all right. So we got a
moving
cooking
on.
show. It'll be on YouTube at some
Yeah.
point in the
That'll be
coming
coming up.
times. And
We'll tweet about it on Twitter/Futon Alliance
/Facebook
or and
whatever other social media that pops up in the next 2 weeks that everyone jumps onto.
Of course.
Yeah, we got to do all of them. Do we have a Futon Alliance Snapchat yet?
No, but we have an
I think
Instagram
that's
and a Vine.
terrible idea.
It is.
Terrible idea.
But I threw it out there. So let's move on to our
I will
good friend
make one right
Jojo.
Oh,
Jojo,
gosh.
what awesome
Sorry,
things? What awesome things have you heard in the last couple of weeks that we haven't already talked about? Because there's a lot.
Well, probably the most exciting thing I've heard recently is Microsoft demonstrated Halo 4 running on a Windows machine,
Yep.
Windows computer, and Windows phone.
Yep.
So they're making their own cloud-based gaming service that will emulate probably Xbox 360 and/or Xbox original games. So that'll work on their tablets, it'll work on their phones, and crossing my fingers Xbox One, because that's where it'll be really awesome at, because there's no right now there's no backwards compatibility with Xbox 360 and/or Xbox original.
And they have
Stuff
said
like-
they are working on backwards compatibility in some function or form. So we'll see. This could be it. This could be their answer.
Right. Yeah, because Sony has their own cloud-based service that's going to be working with the PS3, PS1, and PS2 games. So that would be a really good match for that. Counteract that at least for them. Especially have you noticed they haven't really been, real. Hey, we're going to bring Halo 4 to the PC and stuff like that. And people have been kind of, well, why didn't you put it on the PC? And people are outraged, and maybe this is why they didn't do it, because hey, why would we do that when we can just do this?
But I have to say, Halo PC, the original Halo, was the best version of that game.
Oh, it was great, yeah.
Because it had actual
You could-
online play.
But also, you could play as a hunter, right? Or is that Halo 2? That's
That
Halo 2.
was Halo 2. But
Yeah.
Halo PC, you also got a flamethrower in multiplayer. So,
Nice.
yeah. Oh, it was awesome. Burninate everyone.
Burning the countryside.
Also, Microsoft. I'm not a big Microsoft fan as far as the consoles and all that stuff. I do have an Xbox, but they are really going at this whole tablet thing, and they're trying again. They're like, hey, we just came out with the new Surface Pro and new Surface RT, but this time we're running we're going to use Tegra 4 processors.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yep.
And that's the same thing as in NVIDIA Shield. So I think they're going to be working with NVIDIA on there's. I don't know if you saw the video or not, but at E3 they had streaming Super Street Fighter from PC. They're live streaming that in a cloud-based service into a tablet, into the freaking Ouya, and also into the Shield. So they've got that cloud-based service already set up. NVIDIA does. So I think they're just going to be using NVIDIA's cloud service for pretty much everything, including the Surface.
Okay. Yeah. No. Well, all I know about the new Surface 2 is it's getting nothing but good reviews right now as well. When it comes people who have gotten early, media and news demo tech copies of the machine. I don't know how I want to say this. I'm having brain farts, but it's awesome. Apparently, it's just great. They love it. They think it's super intuitive. Well, I mean, I like Windows 8 just fine, but really it works best on a touch format. It's really optimized for that. But 8.1 is going to change that a little bit, so the PC is a little more intuitive with it. So it's gonna be interesting. But did you also see at the Tokyo Game Show, because that's going on? Xbox One, up to 24 people can play together locally.
That's awesome.
24 people.
What?
It's going to support 6 controllers. 6.
So System Link. Is that what you mean?
Nope. It's going through Smart Glass. Microsoft's Smart Glass program. So you can have tablets. It's 6 controllers, tablets, and then there's another thing. Just I read that and I went, what? Why? Oh my god.
Oh, you can play with 3 people on your PS4? That's cool. Like, I can play 24 on my Xbox One.
Yeah, off of one.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah. I just read that and went,
Yeah, good luck seeing that screen.
what? Well, again, that's what
per screen.
But again, that's what the smart glass is for.
Right.
Because all you need is a tablet or a phone that runs Windows, and you can use an Xbox controller because it's going to be Bluetooth, I believe, with the phone.
Oh, it's only going to run off of Windows for the tablets?
I think it has to be. I'm not sure what smart
Well,
glass
smart glass works with iOS and Android.
Oh, well, then there you go.
iOS.
Well, there you go. Then that's not a problem. Boom. Look at that. 24 people in one house can play off of one Xbox. So imagine those Battlefield 4 personal server, basically, and you filled it. It's kind of awesome.
I'm fairly hard pressed to have 24 people in my house at any one time.
Right.
I mean, and usually when there are that many people, they're more concerned with just drinking than playing games.
But that's the perfect time to do it, because then you're all dumb and you smash each other. It's like someone wins and they take someone else's tablet and smashes it on the ground. This
sounds
could
like
just
a lot of things are going to break.
I want to be at this shit show.
It would be great. Yeah.
I want to record this shit show. But 24 people, not one television people, only 6 people on the main screen. And you want a big TV for doing that. But everyone nowadays has a large enough screen that it could accommodate what we used to have in like the old GoldenEye days. So it should be fine. Because we're on a widescreen format now, and it could make 6 tiny boxes. But that's one thing I heard. There was other news, like they were talking about, Microsoft was like, there's one issue we're having with voice recognition when you have more than 6 people in the room, because if your data's on the same Xbox, it can recognize up to 6 profiles at one time. So if you're using the Kinect, so if you have the Kinect on and the 6 people, like say you have 6 people who live in the same house, and they all have a profile on Xbox Live Data and all this stuff on the Xbox, it'll recognize each one. But if you have over 6 people, it will have it will actually have a hard time because it can't pinpoint you as well anymore. So 6 people in front of the Kinect, I'm guessing, is going to be the limit. But that's not really a big deal. I don't really ever see getting more than 6 people in front of one television at one time anyways.
Right.
Unless you're doing a movie night, and in which case you're not really playing a video game. So I don't see the problem. But it was...
So wait, can you ultimate rage quit and just go Xbox off if with 6 people there?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
You could say that, but what happens is a screen pops up and says, "Are you sure?" In which someone could probably scream, "No!" And then it will be the battle. It will be the battle of dumb people going, "Xbox off, no! Xbox off, no!" I want to see this too. This would be part of the best shit show ever, as well, on that same night. So I think I can make this happen. I think Drew's getting an Xbox One, so I can make this happen.
Oh, good.
Let's make this happen. This is great. The Microsoft shit show. Brought to you by the Futon Alliance.
Make this happen.
I didn't say scat show. Don't make that face, Jojo. You made this like really sour face.
Oh, guys, whoa.
Whoa. All right. So, Xbox, you're winning hearts back. I know you are. And actually, your pre-orders are going up quite a bit. Although
I would like to see the number.
I saw a relative number like a week ago, in which Xbox was about 5,000 down from about 5,000 units below PS4, which is not a lot in the grand scheme of things. No. They could catch up to that. I mean, even if that's just launch, if the PS4 flops, because I have some things to say about the PS4 in a minute, they are going to skyrocket really quickly. So, is that total pre-sales or just site or area? It was total pre-sales worldwide. But so this is still PlayStation's to lose, and they're doing some things lately that could screw it up for them. For one, Jojo knows about this. We had a conversation about this not but 2 weeks ago about PlayStation possibly not letting us capture through third-party devices. Such as
they fixed it though.
They did fix it. They fixed it.
They said it won't. It may not be ready on launch, but it will be fixed.
But the other thing, here's the thing that I don't like about it, is they weren't going to let you have it in the first place. They got outraged and had to pull Microsoft. They had to pull the 180. And as soon as people found out about this, but they weren't going to let you do it in the first place. They said, okay, we'll fix that.
Well, it's classic Sony.
Yeah.
It's classic Sony in that they don't think from the consumer's point of view always. I used to work at Sony retail, the Sony style store, and I saw the most ridiculous things you've ever seen. And I was just like, wow, this is how this company works. They're engineers. They don't think about the simplest things. And HDCP is really made for high definition movies and TV. That's why that copyright's there. It's not for the games. And it just happened to be rolled all into one. And Sony's they have their hands in TV and movies, and they also have their hands in the technology that is HDCP and copyright protection and all that stuff because they're part of that consortium. So, they have a lot invested in it. So, of course, it's going to be bundled through the HDCP on the HDMI. So
but
that makes sense. They just never thought about, hey, people want to record the gameplay and there's no component anymore. They're just silly sometimes.
Well, actually, there's been some more news since then, and yeah, apparently they were Sony didn't want their games to be specifically their first-party titles to have Let's Plays and streams due to the fact, except for what you stream from their own service, because I think they get a chunk of change or something from Twitch. But I'm not I'm not certain about that. They get the ad revenue from Twitch or something. But they don't want to use... They don't want Let's Plays getting out. For whatever reason, they don't... I don't know why. Like, they had this whole... There was this whole thing that came out. There was sources from Sony just saying it was to protect our copyrighted material, our material. Third-party titles could do whatever, but the HDCP would have still been on. You could have streamed through the PlayStation 4 itself, but the cap would still be on. Now they're doing what Xbox does, because it also has HDCP, and just turns off the HDCP as soon as a game is put on. That's all they have to do. It's really like, it's just a code.
A switch. Yeah.
It's so easy. Yes, exactly. It is the Nintendo mentality on this. And they just instantly... it's such an easy thing, and I don't see any reason it couldn't be out for launch. At all. Like... Because this is not a hard thing to turn on and off, as far as I know. Because... It's just coding. It's just a simple, line of code you have to rewrite. Especially for games, because the games run off the same disk drive, but they're interpreted differently than a DVD. So I don't really see the problem. But
so where did you hear this from?
I read this online. I read something on the Escapist forums. I read a couple things off of Destructoid where Jim Sterling was the first one to say, no, they're going to let you have it. There's no way that Sony's going to fuck this up at this point. But a lot of people are talking about it's mostly just to protect their own copyrighted material. And they kept saying, we don't... a lot of the reasoning would be... A lot of publishers have a problem with Let's Plays because they feel like their game is being destroyed through it, like the mystique of it and the story. And granted, yes, story plot is a little dulled down, but There's one thing you can't do through a Let's Play, and that's actually experience the game. You can't experience playing the game. You actually have to play. You have to do the actions yourself to really get all of it. Like, you can watch me play Wind Waker all you want. It's not the same as actually sitting in front of the screen yourself with the controller and reliving your childhood a little bit. There's just, like, no way. It's not comparable. And so when people come onto the stream and they say, is this game good? Should I pick it up? I'm like, yes, it's amazing. Do it. You get all the nostalgia tingles. You don't get that through watching it.
You made a pun.
I did. Thank you. Thank you. Yay, Jojo. The other two, I don't believe these two have played Wind Waker at all.
I haven't. I was watching you stream it, but I haven't actually played it. So.
Yeah.
Wow. That's an interesting number.
What?
Oh, the ones Robby just put up?
Okay.
No, I'm looking at more recent numbers, but the PS4 versus Xbox One pre-order totals through August 24th. Number one on PS4 is Battlefield 4, like 6,000 over Call of Duty Ghosts. And Killzone's right behind it, 221,000. And Assassin's Creed, number 4, 160,000. Their other first-party title, Knack, is at 40,000. And then Xbox One, 229K for Call of Duty Ghosts. Battlefield, half of that, 125,000.
Wow.
And Assassin's Creed, 104,000. And then Watch Dogs behind it, 69,000.
I can't believe Watch Dogs is the lower one.
Really, their big exclusive, Dead Rising 3, has 61,000.
Mm-hmm.
And Rise, Son of Rome, has 57,000. So, the Killzone, 221,000. That's really impressive.
Yeah, especially
because that's their first party
game.
title. Yeah, that's awesome. Good for them. But let's see. It said GameStop has 1.5 million on PS4 alone.
Yeah.
Just on pre-orders. That's just GameStop.
Yeah.
And GameStop isn't necessarily as worldwide as all the other retailers.
Right, like Best Buy and whatnots.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we have Best Buys in other countries now. I think I saw one in London.
I believe they are.
I'm not certain. Or they have a subsidiary. They are owned by a company that owns other companies, kind of thing. Toys R Us, Best Buy.
Yeah, they are. I'm pretty sure Toys R Us is still not taking PS. No, it was open for a while.
Yes, thank you, Winterfell. Yeah, Best Buy is a brand in other countries. But Toys R Us are not taking any more pre-orders. Wow.
Wait, I checked like 2 weeks ago and we were. I don't know anymore though.
Well, apparently Winterfell also works at Toys R Us.
Oh! Alright!
You're in the worst fraternity ever.
I'm so sorry. So sorry. I understand all the Toys R Us.
No, but
Wait, so all three of y'all work at Toys R Us?
No, Robby doesn't.
Two of us.
Oh, okay. Robby and Stacey, I thought you did too. Okay.
No, I don't.
Robby
Hell
would
no.
No,
probably
Winterfell in the
kill
chat.
children.
Winterfell does, and Stacey does. So they're having a grand old time.
Time for season.
But
Please help me.
you'll get hours.
How was your Grand Theft Auto?
Hours.
Did y'all do a midnight release for that or no?
We didn't. No, we did not. We actually haven't done any big midnight releases. The biggest thing we've actually done lately is the Disney Infinity. That was a huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
We don't tend to do it for things like Grand Theft Auto just because we still pretend to mostly market to children. It's been a while for a midnight release at our store too. But no, it wasn't a big to do at our store.
Meh. What else is going on in the world? Moving on from our... But, PS4...
Skylanders.
You'll be able to record. Skylanders! You and your love of Skylanders.
Skylanders and Disney Infinity. Yeah, man.
You have a
They
collectible
got
problem.
they got Woody coming out Tuesday at Walmart.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then
Oh man.
October 5th, GameStop has Jack Skellington. So excited about that too. I want to know when they're putting out the Series 2 Pogs, or sorry,
Oh wait,
Power
hold
Discs.
on. So wait, is that the official news that Jack Skellington is a GameStop exclusive?
He's a GameStop exclusive for October 5th
Okay.
till October 28th.
Okay, because people have been saying that, and I know for a fact we're getting them, so I was confused.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a timed exclusive. It's not permanent.
Yeah. All right,
There's no way they're going to just be like, you had to go to GameStop. Come here.
Well, yeah,
Not for
that's
something that big. Yeah. But I know I did a pre-order at GameStop November 26th for Frozen and also for Series 2 Power Disc. I'm not sure if that's a solid date or not. Hopefully,
Oh, right.
I would think they would release the new Power Disc for Jack Skellington because they have the Nightmare Before Christmas Power Disc in Series 2. They have the sky and the terrain, so I definitely want that.
right. Yeah.
I don't play
It's like,
any of these
since
things.
I don't have a play set for it, and October 22nd they have Toy Story in Space coming out, the play set.
In space!
Yes. With the pizza aliens and stuff and things.
The evil
That's
Emperor
like-
Zurg and
Yeah.
God.
Crazy.
I don't play any of these things because I have collectible issues.
Well, that's why I was,
there's a great
reluctant,
there's a great
but-
video that came out this week from a group of people called the Warp Zone. That they were like, what would happen if I put down a Skylanders figure on the Disney Infinity pad?
I saw that. That was kind of annoying.
Oh, I love them though. They have a lot of good content. If you watch some of it, they do some good skits, and they also just do random shit. And congratulations to them. They just went full-time YouTube this last
All right,
week.
cool. Congrats, guys.
Nice.
Warp Zone. They're putting out great content, and I'm actually
Alright.
surprised they weren't already full-time. But what else? I had something. Oh, right. So here's I think JoJo knows about this word because it's been thrown around a lot in especially gaming journalism. It is a word called ludonarrative dissonance.
What?
Oh, good lord.
Do you know what ludonarrative is?
It sounds so pretentious.
It is. It's a very pretentious word, and people use it to sound intelligent when they're writing reviews. Specifically, it was thrown around a lot with GTA 5 and BioShock.
All right.
So, Jim Sterling. That's right, Jim Sterling. This is a word that I've hated since it came out. Well, it's two words. Ludonarrative is one word, but the dissonance part comes in as well. But ludonarrative dissonance is when your core gameplay mechanic disagrees with the character itself, as in their story. So, people like the two examples that come up a lot when people talk about this. I know Adam Sessler did a thing about ludonarrative dissonance. Total Biscuit did, and so did Jim Sterling. Jim Sterling's is probably the best one and best thought out one. So check it out. Yes, thank you for the Wikipedia article.
Always helpful.
Okay, so basically, a good way to explain it. So there was a lot of reviews that came out that said the idea of BioShock Infinite, like Booker running around and becoming ultra violent. Whoop. What was that? Jojo? What was that?
Sorry, I was not listening for spoilers.
Oh, I'm not talking about. I'm not giving any spoilers.
Okay. I was making sure.
You already know he kills people.
No,
So,
I don't know anything.
oh bullshit! It's
I
BioShock.
don't know anything.
You've seen-
He pets kittens, and that's how he saves people. I don't
my
know.
God.
Yes, that's how the game
I'm not
works.
spoiling
Already
it.
got
I'm not
it
spoiling
spoiled.
it. All right, so he runs around and ultra violent. So like the whole idea, like they were like, well, the scenery is so serene and you're in the sky and it seems so peaceful, and you go around and you murder people. But really, the whole point of the game is the violence. Really, the story, the subplot of the whole game is Booker's violence and the violence that he creates within the city. I don't really think that's part of it. Something like one of our favorite games to talk about, Tomb Raider. That is prime ludonarrative dissonance, because you have a little girl on an island, and she plays a little girl in the cinematic. She is nervous and scared, all this shit's going on, but all of a sudden, she can pull out a bow and arrow and get headshots. Like, all of a sudden, she can be this amazing killer, but she doesn't really... She can't do it. Like in the opening cinematic, she's nervous and scared and stuff like that, but all of a sudden, she's a calm, cold killer.
Well, I think that speaks to the journey that she has to go through to make it.
But this is like the first couple of minutes, like gameplay, and then all of a sudden she's a killer. It wasn't like steady. It was like boom, done. She is, and it's like I don't agree with that. It doesn't agree with me because that's kind of why I didn't enjoy the game for the most part, because that's what it was like, because I'm a big story guy, and the gameplay didn't reflect that part of it really. It was just like all of a sudden, boom, you're a godly bow and arrow shooter. You are freaking Katniss now. Deal with it. And it's just like, okay.
Well,
great.
For that matter, Assassin's Creed is the same way.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it is. No, I'd agree with that.
I think
they kind of play it off a little bit better because they're like, well, there's bleeding effect for Desmond, and he's reliving these people's lives. You do go through a training period, but it's not really that training. It's like, all of a sudden, well, I can murder people. Boom. Just,
Right.
And then it came up again with Grand Theft Auto, because I do agree with what they put about this. Grand Theft Auto, from 3 to now, 5 kind of breaks the problem. 3 through now, the core gameplay is mayhem, creating mayhem, correct? You run around, like, when you're not doing a mission, all you're doing is running people over and shooting them, right? Because
that's the fun of the game. I mean, that's
right.
Forget the missions.
Right. And if you never play the missions, you never will ever have to think about this. But if you do play the missions, here's what's going on. The characters from 3 to now, none of them are psychopaths. None of them are like I just want to murder people. None of them, unless they had to, would have pulled a gun. Let alone drive down the sidewalk and mow down every old lady in their way.
Trevor.
That's to now. That's
so
now. So now
between the past two.
Yes. So the past 4.
3 and 4.
No.
Oh,
Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Right.
Yeah. We have quite a few games that were between 3 to 4. And then 4, Nico's not really, he doesn't really embody that either. But 4 also got way serious and not a lot of fun for me. Like, it was just way too serious. And now you have characters like Trevor and Michael.
Franklin is kind of not that much of a psychopath who does
He's
some really weird shit.
He's the in-between, yeah.
He's the in-between, but he would still, like, from his character, you could tell he wouldn't mind.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, he kind of protests a bit more than any of the others, but he still, that's true.
Yeah. I think he's honestly more likable because you're like, well, this guy's a meth head, and this guy is just an old washed up crook who's kind of just a dick. But, like, you have to really, like, but I love Trevor.
Trevor's great. My god.
The 20 minutes of GTA I've played through other people's consoles.
Oh, I was going to say, then how'd you get to Trevor?
Okay. Trevor is by far the greatest GTA character.
He's the most fun to play with. I mean, he's if you just want to run around and cause mayhem, you want to play as Trevor.
And I don't mind playing as a villain, which is going to be the next point soon. But this game fixes GTA's problem with ludonarrative dissonance because these characters are actually psychotic enough to run people over. You don't have this problem anymore.
Thought, yeah.
And it's just like the core gameplay mechanic and the story now, and Navi agrees. Or she's interjecting. You got an opinion, Navi? But it's just like, it's this term that people have been using and to make themselves, you know, the pseudo-intellectual of the gaming community. And honestly, stop it. Just stop it. Don't use the word at all. It's pretentious and dumb. Well, it's a good word, but it's dumb. And it's just like, I can't deal with it anymore. And people use it for a lot of games where it just doesn't fit at all. I think I read one about...
but it sounds good.
It does sound good, but I read one...
sounds good.
I think it was like on Pikmin 3. And they tried to sound...
What?
I'm trying to find the article now.
Hold on. Well, because there's the thing. It sounds good, but if you know what's up with video games, you know that it's absolutely ridiculous, and then it just discredits you further.
Video games in general are absolutely ridiculous. So
yes, they are.
How you would bring that argument into a discussion about video games?
It's like, well, I can see like just talk about it saying the gameplay does not connect with the story's character. Just say it that way. You don't have to use the word ludonarrative dissonance. Just say how you feel. Because when you put that word on there, it's a definite. It's like a solid seal. If you say, I feel like the story and the character don't really connect, the story, the character and the core gameplay don't really work, then that's different. That's like I feel like, that's my opinion. That's what you should be doing as a reviewer, as opposed to sealing this definite seal of, it doesn't work!
You're not trying to write a scholarly article on, you know, what on the video games. You're not making you're not, trying to make a solid argument that needs terms that are so pretentious.
And there's a great video on The Escapist from the Jimquisition, which is Jim Sterling's show. He says it way better than I ever could. He's awesome. I hold his words in high regard on almost anything he does. He's one of the head writers for Destructoids, if not the owner. I'm not sure about that, but thank you for posting that, Winterfell. It's in the chat. The Jimquisition show, that is the whole series. And the title of the show, that episode, is Lugo Scribble Ludo Biscuit, or Disco Biscuits. Disco Biscuits. Because no one could use the word, so why spell it right?
There's no point.
Yeah. It's bad. And then I want to talk more about GTA 5. We'll get opinions, and then we'll talk about the goings-on in the world due to GTA 5's release.
Oh my, okay.
Jojo, you're the one besides me. You're the only one besides me who has probably the most gameplay time, unless you guys own it and you didn't tell me.
Yeah, I own it, and
we own it.
We've played a lot.
Okay. I'm waiting for PC. I played 20 minutes of it, and I got my opinion of it, and it's fun, but that's all I need to know for now.
Fair enough.
Jojo, you just did a live stream today.
Of 4 hours.
4 hours. You're obviously enjoying it.
No, it sucks. It's a horrible game. Don't ever play it.
I only play games that make me angry.
God dang it, Trevor! Stop killing everybody. You're making me upset inside.
I hate playing the villain.
I'll tell you one thing I don't like, and it doesn't bother me because, like, is the fact that to progress through the game, you have to kill people, you have to torture people, you have to do these things that. I mean, I know you're playing Grand Theft Auto, but do you have to force people to do this?
Yeah.
To do this sort of thing? Like, I was up at GameStop and just hanging out with some friends that work up there, and this one kid came in and literally, like, it's their job. It's y'all's job as, like, retailers to tell them, to tell the parents, this is rated M. It has sex. It has drugs. It has violence. Oh, by the way, you have to torture somebody in part of the storyline. And this kid Like the parent was like, "Oh, I'm not buying that for you. You fucking crazy." And the parent or the kid literally like started yelling in the store at the manager that told, and they just like lost their shit. I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy." I was like, "Yeah, and you're gonna buy this for the kid?" It's just like to have it out there for them because they know it's like when you make a rated R movie, you don't expect just adults to see it.
Yeah.
It's the forbidden fruit that the kids want to see because it is rated R. So this like it had a couple things they had to take it out, and otherwise it would have been AO, which GameStop would not have sold it. And I'm not even sure what retailers would have sold it, but they had to take that stuff out. So it's borderline like adults only. You had to be 21 to buy it.
Yeah.
So they would have lost a lot of money on that. So it's crazy to me that I'm not complaining about the game. I love the game. I love the storyline. But maybe like give people an option to do something else, like maybe not do this and you suffer consequences and go a different way, or like, maybe you still do the mission, but you don't have to kill the person or torture them or, do something like that. I don't know. That's my 2 cents on it. But I've been loving the game. I just beat it last night. I don't even know how many hours I put into it, but I've been doing a lot of like side missions and, oh, you just hit me with a car, and then going on a killing rampage and, run away from the cops. And, oh, hey, there's this crazy like burnout Hollywood starlet over on the side of the road over here. Let me listen to her, go on for like 20 minutes. And then there's Jesus down at the pier and, stuff like that. And you can go find random treasure in the ocean with a submarine. It's really cool to just run around and yeah. And it's an open world game. That's what it's for. It's a time killer. And this is all before the multiplayer that comes out next week, October 1st.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that. That's I give it 9 out of 10 stars because there are a couple things like nitpicking here and there, but overall, like the animation, like there's this one scene, the torture scene actually. Did y'all vote when you did play it? You know what I'm talking about, the torture?
We haven't gotten to that part.
I don't
Okay.
Honestly, we've spent a lot of hours playing it, but not really like playing it.
Playing.
There's an animation that happens afterwards. I won't say what happens during the torture, but
there's a shitstorm.
Anyways, afterwards you have a choice, and you can do this, and if you do this, it affects the like. I was like, oh, it affected the animation. That's cool. It doesn't affect the animation because like the same animation happens. I was like, oh. Well, y'all are just fucking lazy, and this happens a lot throughout the game. Like they got really lazy on the cutscenes. Like there was one time where I had a certain outfit, and every other cutscene in the whole game, they're just like, yeah, it matches up with how you customize the character, what you dress them in. But this one scene is like, I reverted back to defaults. What was actually in you started off in. I was just like, what the hell? And it was that one cutscene. It's just like, as much time and effort they put into the game, developing the game, like, it's just little nitpick things. But
well, like,
other than that,
I know people were like, well, I wanted to drive as the guy with the specialty of driving, but they forced me to have like Trevor or Michael behind the wheel instead of whatever, or there were people annoyed that they weren't able to make some of these smaller choices over these.
Right.
Well, yeah. Once you started the missions, a lot of them are very guided.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're in the free play, when you're in the free play, you really do get, you more or less get to do whatever you want, but when you're actually going along with the missions, a lot of them have very strict parameters.
They're going to make you play it the way they intended for the game to be played, or the missions to be played. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that far into it. I don't have a lot of choices. I only played a little bit of it, and I'm okay with that. I'm going to wait for PC because I think mods are cool, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah, mods are great.
I want
to
try.
Comes out.
I can't have
they've already like heavily hinted at it, and there's
but not officially said. So.
No, but I'm fine with that. And if it doesn't come out, then it doesn't come out, and I'm okay with that too because there'll be a million copies when people get bored of it, and I'll just play it then for free.
Or you can get it Tuesday when it comes multiplayer, and we can live stream it. But whatever.
But that means I don't have a working.
That,
I don't have a working gamepad right now because my good one's dead.
A gamepad?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know what a gamepad? A controller. That's a gamepad.
Controller. I know. I'm talking about Xbox. Why are you saying gamepad?
Because it's a gamepad.
We call them controllers on Xbox. We're not PC elitists.
I'm part of the master race.
Oh,
I got a gamepad. Look at me.
PC master race. No, it's gamepad. Shut up. Anyways, I'm an elitist snob. I like mods and all the other options I get with the freedom of paying double the money of a console. If not triple. Trying to think about the math. I think I'm better at basic math than Robby, according to last night's tweets.
oh God, no, that was.
Are you really bad at math?
I am terrible at math. Everyone knows that.
Horrible at math.
Well, you're English majors, so that's
English
okay. Yeah. Now you guys know a new word. Ludonarrative dissonance. Or
I'm gonna
term.
use
Even as an
every-
English major, I
It was
wouldn't use that word.
coined by a blogger. It's not even a real word.
It is now
And I
become a
use it
word.
in all of my game reviews from here on out.
I'll punch you in the ovaries, but you can
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
make it a thing.
It's
If I
like-
included that
do
in a
that.
paper, if I included that in a paper during school, I think the teacher would just laugh at me and go, "What the hell are you on?"
Exactly. It's not in the
Yeah.
dictionary.
Why
It's not a
are
word.
you using these stupid words?
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, I mean, how do words get started? They get started by people just making them up, and then they become a thing. I mean, we've got ain't in the goddamn Oxford Dictionary, don't we?
Yeah, but
what?
that's an actual word. I mean, is not.
No, but ain't's not really a word. It was a made-up contraction, wasn't it? It was just made up. Well, this is not the grammar hour. Anyways,
We'll
God
do-
dang it! I want to know. Inquiring
Look it up
minds want
then.
to know.
Come on.
inquiring
I
minds
ain't
wanna-
satisfied.
And truthiness.
Dad.
Truthiness is now in the dictionary. Thank you,
That's
Stephen
hot.
Colbert. Thank you.
Need some truthiness.
So again, that's how things get started, and who knows? If enough people keep using it wrong, eventually it'll end up in the dictionary, and then they'll continue to use it wrong.
Of course.
No.
Because I think it sounds
Well,
cool.
but they'll probably put ludonarrative in there because dissonance is already a word. So
Well, yeah, that's. I mean, that's not the full word. It's.
no, but GTA, the online comes out Tuesday, right? Tuesday.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
October
the-
1st. If all goes well, if the apocalypse doesn't come of zombies.
Zombies.
Apocalypse of zombies.
It's always a possibility.
Well, then you just fight them
It's right
off
around
with
the corner.
running them over with cars.
Maybe they might all want to play too.
Oh my
you know?
god! If they do a DLC for that with zombies on GTA 5, I will be
Well,
in hog heaven.
Like
I
Red,
hope so.
like Red Dead.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
better.
Well, now that they've made all this money, they better make another Red Dead game because I had more fun with Red Dead than I have with a lot of GTA sometimes because the most random crap happened in that game. Like suddenly my horse died because a cougar attacked me out in the middle of the wild. Just randomly.
Yes, dude. Like that happens all the time when you're hunting and just like, oh yeah, I just got that buck.
Like, no, like-
go away, kitty.
Like, I don't know, I didn't have recording at the time. It was really sad, and I was just running across the plains, me and my horse, and then, literally, the cougar glitched out of a hill and just fell on top of me. And I was like, oh, the horse is dead. It's the horse that I spent an hour tracking and catching. It was so pretty.
Oh,
It was so pitiful.
Well-
It was awful.
Well, there are already zombies in GTA 5.
There are?
yeah, but
Allegedly,
they're not
yeah.
they're like actor zombies. Like,
Oh.
all my brains are.
Oh.
But it's
Yeah.
not like zombies. They're not flesh-eating zombies.
And then there's
Unfortunately.
Bigfoot as well.
Yes.
I want to
So-
investigate the rumor of there being a ghost up in the mountains.
Yes, there is, and it's.
God.
I think it actually ties into. Have you found any letter scraps yet?
No, I don't
think we
so.
found
Okay,
one.
well
Did
there's
you?
50
Okay.
There's 50 of those scattered all around Los Santos. If you find all 50, then you get to read the letter and you get the mission to find the killer. And I think she's the girl that got killed by this person.
Got it.
There is actually a ghost though. I think it's a tie-in.
Detective Jojo is on the case. I will find this ghost. No.
I'm not usually the one behind the controller, so I have limited input, even though I just sit there and shout, "Go over there! Go find the hut! Find the ghost!"
Kill them now!
And,
Yeah, I do that a lot
oh
too.
God, I wish you guys were recording that.
What?
I just want to hear.
I
I just
like-
want to hear.
Yeah,
I want to
actually-
hear screaming backseat gaming Stacey.
You know what, we really should record it. Although here's the problem, because usually it's Jenny who plays, and Jenny just likes to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
So the first time we found Sea-Doos, she spent a solid 45 minutes just driving around in a Sea-Doo.
I would have raged. I would not be able to watch that.
Like doing jumps and let's see what was. Oh, and the ramps. I cannot tell you how many hours we have wasted trying to do the stunt jumps off of the ramps. It's very entertaining. Not always. No, it's fun.
Just realized that Twitch didn't take my update on the what's it called? Title. I'm an idiot.
Huh. Oops.
Oopsie.
Boop, boopy, doop,
Update. Anyways, that's have you guys heard about so the day the game the day the game came out, the day the game launched. I said another word that I didn't want to say, and then I tried to catch myself. All the reviews came out, right? So we had nothing but 10s, which personally I am not a firm believer in giving a 10 to anything, because that means it's perfect. Because if it's perfect, we can give up now and never make another game again. But 2 reviews in particular are getting a shitstorm because they did not give the game a perfect score.
Oh, I heard about one of those.
A woman from
what my thing
GameSpot.
earlier was about.
Oh no, this is relevant. A woman from GameSpot. I can't remember her name.
I have a thing on that. That's what I was going to talk about.
Go ahead, if you can find the name, and I'll just give the backstory at the moment. She
give
did
the
not.
backstory.
She did not give a perfect review to GTA. She did not like the way the game interacted with women. She did not like. She does this on all her reviews. To the community's credit, she's always on. She is a one. She's a one song. Yeah. She doesn't have any versatility at all. She only writes about the same thing over and over again. How games do not relate well to women characters, and they're bad for that. And then now there's a petition to get her removed and fired from GameSpot. To which GameSpot is not even going to pay attention to, because if they fired her over this, that would be setting a bad precedent, one for them, for the industry, and for several other things. What is her name?
Okay, but the thing about it, it's not like
Her
she
name is
gave the game a
Carolyn.
horrible
Carolyn
review.
Pettit. Carolyn Pettit. Granted, she doesn't give very good reviews. I disagree with her a lot of times on a lot of things, but this is not deserved. It's her opinion. That's what she's paid for. We had the same problem a month ago with Dragon's Crown and Danielle from Polygon when she got attacked from the community because she said... and she said the game was good and the gameplay was nice and stuff like that, but she just didn't like the over-exaggerated animation, boobs, and butts because it was distracting from the game. In a bad way. So...
this whole review thing... sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
The whole review thing is also reaching another level because she's... the reviewer is also transsexual. So people are attacking her gender, sexuality, and all that as well.
That's just rude and completely irrelevant.
So she's getting a lot... She's getting a lot of...
the internet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, she...
But yeah, the article that I was going to talk about earlier, I'll just post it in the link because I don't really need to go over it, but I'll just post in a link. You guys can read it yourselves. There we go. So read on your own time. It just talks about that article and someone's opinion on what's going on.
There's a real problem going on with the gaming community in general and the way they're reacting to things and how they go about expressing it, like, you know, threatening a developer's family.
Right.
Going on to, you know, we had the lovely Phil Fish incidents. We've had Danielle from Polygon giving her opinion, which she is paid to give. We've had now Carolyn from GameSpot. No matter what you disagree with, that's their opinions. That is their job. And, you know, and there's also Tito from The Escapist. He is also getting attacks, not on the same level, but he's getting attacked because he gave the game a 3.5 out of 5. Out of 5.
That's not that bad.
No.
No.
But it's still a good score.
But a 9 out of 10. Carolyn gave the game a 9 out of 10, and people attacked her. And it's just
she still gave it a great review.
It's like, she still liked the game overall. She didn't like it the way it interacted with certain people. And she also brought up that the combat still felt a little clunky. And, you know, because that's GTA, the combat's going to be clunky.
Yeah.
It's something you either accept or you don't. So it's like... don't forget Jennifer Helper, that is also right, and Phil Fish. I already brought Phil Fish up. But it's like, the community attacks these people, the people give up, or worse, and just like, they quit. They quit because they can't take it anymore, and then people go on to say, well, they're being pussies. No. If they're constantly getting harassed, and attacked, and demeaned, it gets to you over time. And you just want to give up. A lot of people do. I know a lot of YouTubers who just don't read comments. They don't look at their comments anymore. They don't reply to them. They don't even want to read them because they're nothing but negative and hurtful things. In a, like, you know, negative things are not always bad. Like, you know, if you're giving constructive negativity. Constructive criticism is one thing.
I'll get it eventually.
Yeah, she'll work on that.
I can speak, really.
Really, I could do things.
Yeah, totally.
It's just, it's gotten to the point where, you know, when you go online and you see someone writing, well, she's a woman, why is she a game reviewer? She's transsexual, why she's a game reviewer? She shouldn't be reviewing this game. Because the game that you find to be the Jesus second coming of gaming, that this is the Messiah of video games, because she gave it less than a 10.
And not even, I mean, a 9 as opposed to a 10.
And there were other 9s too from Destructoids and a few other places.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. A lot of these reviews didn't say anything. I'm not going to say they were paid off because I can't say that. I don't know if it's true or not. But they gave reviews and they didn't even say, I didn't like this part of it. It felt clunky, or like, I liked it because of this reasons, whatnot. It was like, it's GTA. You can drive a boat and fly a plane. And they stated things that you can do in the game, but not why they liked that. It was just kind of like, you could do things. But there was no explanation. It was GTA 10, yay! No game is a 10, Winterfell. That's my honest opinion, but that's my opinion. And I'm entitled to it, like everyone else. Full circle. But, there's no such thing as a perfect game, and just because you like it, it's a 10 in your book. And that's the way you should feel. But that doesn't mean you have the right to attack people. And, you know, we have our friend Katarina. She had her, you know, hashtag games as we dig. Her whole little movement for that day, because people are just nasty to game developers. But now we have community attacking community. These people are part of the community. And it's just becoming ugly. And it's gotten really, really ugly in the last couple of years. And I don't like the way we're going. I don't know what else to say on this.
It's been like this. I remember when like y'all were like probably really young. How old are you guys?
I'm 24.
24.
24.
We're all 24.
Okay,
That's right.
back in like 1995, 96, when the internet was like giving out for like $20 a month, and everybody's
Yep.
like, "Oh my god, I gotta get a computer so I can get on AOL," and you know, people freaking out.
I was playing Duke Nukem.
Yeah. Well, everybody, like, this is where it all started. Once people realized, hey, I can hide behind a monitor and say whatever the frack I want to say to whoever I want to for whatever reason. It doesn't even have to be a valid reason.
Yep.
That's where it all started. And they've been doing it for, you know, these
Forever.
kids that are doing it now. They've been doing it since they've been able to type, you know. It's like they've grown up on it. And it's just it's an evolving thing for them. It's like, how far can I push this envelope? And there's no consequences, and that's actually why YouTube's changing its comment system.
Yep. Oh, there goes JoJo again.
Whoa.
Oh, it's Rave! It's DJ Rave JoJo! Everyone noticed it this time. I'm not crazy. Well, about that. Anyways, no, it's like, before anyone's like, you were playing Duke Nukem 3D at 5 years old? What the fuck's wrong with you? Or what's wrong with your parents? I had parents who sat me down and said, this is not real, and if you do any of this, you're going to jail. And to elaborate it more, my dad was like, you'll go to jail for life, and they may even put you in the chair. And I was like, ah!
That sounds like something your dad would say.
Well, my dad also stuck a 9-volt battery on my tongue when I was 5 because he was like, hey, check this out. It's really cool. He's like, just stick it on your tongue. I'm like, okay. And then, yeah. And then that day I learned never to trust Dad. But, but, important lesson in life. But, it's, no, like the internet, I wasn't allowed to go on the internet for this reason unless I was going pretty much, the only reason I'd ever go on was to go to the Nintendo Power site for the game, the Code Vault. To go for the Code Vault. If anyone remembers Code Vault, you're an awesome person. You don't? It had a picture of DK on it, and it took forever to load because it had pictures.
Internet.
Baby internet.
Dial-up. And it made the beeps. Yep, the beeps and the boops and the rah.
Wow, that was surprisingly accurate.
I spent a lot of time trying to get on the internet as a child.
And if you're lucky, it connected.
Yeah.
You're like, yes, I got into a server.
First try. Yes. Oh, crap. Not like the other time where I had to try 10 times or Grandma called and knocked everyone off.
Yep.
Yep.
Had a node to dial-up. That's right. Animal Crossing had a node for dial-up. God. No, it's, no, like, it's true. The computer gives people this weird power to feel like they have this amazing wall. Like this, that you can see everyone, but they can't see you. And in a way, that's true.
It's the power of being anonymous.
But you have to take into account that you're an asshole.
Well, and that's what so many people don't do.
That you're an ass. Like, before I post things, like, I will talk shit about Time Warner Cable all day, every day. If they shut us down right now, I'll laugh because it means I have power. But I know I don't. And 90% of my problems with streaming are Time Warner Cable's fault. Today, I haven't dropped a single frame.
Hooray!
It's probably because I called them last night screaming, and I've been getting better. Better signal since.
They're like, oh shit, we probably better up this guy's coverage.
I have the same speed. Actually, I'm getting what I pay for the first time in 8 months.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Whoa.
So
corporate America.
Well, you know, all you have to do is say, I'm gonna have to call the Better Business Bureau, blah blah blah, and scream at them for half an hour, and they'll fix your internet. It takes that much. Jerks. But
Nice.
overall, the computer gives people this power of anonymity, and I don't know how I want to put it. I'm having a real brain fart.
Oh
day.
wow.
What happened?
I don't know.
Robbie's camera died.
We lost.
Yeah.
We lost
So it
him.
messed up our cameras.
Yes.
Oh my, we're all.
It says Robbie in his spot though. It landed perfectly. It landed perfectly. Can you turn that back on?
I'm getting back on. Sorry.
Okay.
My camera isn't working.
Oh, wacky.
Oh.
Yeah,
Let me get this working.
I see JoJo's Warcraft poster and the corner of Robbie's head. There's then Stacey's bookcase.
Woo, books. All the books.
Books. Okay.
Hey, reading.
While we fix
Reading
this.
rainbow.
While we fix this, where is it?
I can go anywhere. You heard they're bringing Reading Rainbow back with
really?
LeVar Burton, yeah.
There's puppies until we fix
Hey,
this.
why am I puppies?
Puppies.
Puppy stampede.
All the puppies.
All right, puppies are gone. FutonCast, where we bring you puppies. No.
We sometimes.
My point is.
Oh, good. I'm back. Hi.
Yes. My point is. Internet, check yourself, please. It's getting bad. It's getting really bad. And you wonder why people think gamers are horrible, horrible people who go and do awful crimes. Because Fox News and all their science powers have said GTA 5 makes you a criminal.
But I mean, the nastiness isn't just limited to the gaming community. It is particularly vicious in the gaming community, and especially recently. But I mean, it extends to all corners of the internet.
Yeah.
You know, despite the subject you're talking about.
Spend a day on Reddit.
No thanks.
Yep. One day is all it takes to lose faith in humanity a little bit.
I'm not interested.
I don't know. It's just
Burning. How many family members do you have in this chat?
Is that why there's like so many people? Burning Infinity, Burning
2.
Infinity.
Just 2.
Just 2. Just only 2 Robbies. Or 2 Burnings. There's no Robbies or Cullens or extra Drews or Stacey's or whatever other accounts he makes up for the day.
Oh, Burning says that there's 4 Burnings in the chat.
I don't see 4. Anyways.
No,
Robby the Sniffer?
Oh. Robby the Sniffer.
Robby the Sniffer.
That was the best one.
No, not that.
George R.R. Martin. I love you.
I smelled him.
I smelled him once. It was...
He smelled like autumn breeze.
And sweat.
Let's
move on to something positive that me and JoJo played this week. We've both played Wind Waker, and I picked up my Wii U because of it.
Hooray.
Wind Waker HD. All the feels for me.
I'm gonna buy it again too.
You're gonna buy it again?
I'm buying the limited edition with the Ganon statue.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Totally.
I thought I would get a physical copy. I didn't realize it was the game system and a digital download. I thought it was the game system and the physical, but oh well. I got the digital download of the special edition book, which
That's
actually
cool.
looks pretty cool on my TV. With a lot of like backstory and like all the concept art, and I'm a total sucker for that crap, so I ate it up. But I am loving my Wii U actually, because there's things to play on it right now. I waited until things were coming out, so I'm good. I have Pikmin 3, and I have Legend of Zelda, and I have Monster Hunter 3, which I had for my DS already, so just playing the crap out of that. But I am... So, I have almost finished this damn game 2 nights in a row.
Almost being the key word there.
Last night...
He keeps blaming it on Time Warner, like it's their fault or something.
No, last night was Time Warner.
Right?
The first night was because I got sleepy because I'm an old man.
Hey, can't finish the game. You're gonna have to wear another nightgown, and I'm gonna sleep.
I did. No, I was falling asleep on the controller basically. Monster. I had 2 monsters, and I was like, "Why is this making me sleepier? You are no longer working." And passed out. No, I literally stopped the stream and said, "Fuck it, I'll do it tomorrow at 5," and then I passed out. I streamed for 5 hours straight without a dropped frame, and then all of a sudden, boom, stream goes down. Don't know why.
Like your stream, sucker.
Yeah, just like out of nowhere, just stops. And I had a few people in chat with me when we were talking about it and having a conversation. All of a sudden, they're like, "The game's not moving." I'm like, "It's moving and recording on here." And then I get it fixed, and it works perfectly for like another 30 minutes, and then boom, just dies. And it's just like,
Gone.
okay. And then I do a speed test, and this is why I blame Time Warner Cable, because last night it would go from above what I pay for to like no upload speed. I'm talking like 0.12. Not even 1 megabit up. That's really, really low. Really,
Makes me
really
sad in
low.
the pants.
My bandwidth is already small because I live in LA and we have terrible infrastructure. But now it's below 0.50. It's below 50. I can't even do anything then. I can't even get a frame out. And that's why I blame. But besides Time Warner Cable ruining my night last night because I only have about 2 to 3 hours left on the game, this game's awesome. It's still awesome. It still holds up. But even if you play the GameCube version, you'll look at it and go, this still looks pretty good because of the style of animation. Because it's that cell shading. It's more animated than it is 3D. I mean, it is 3D, but it's not... It's not like, polygons that are like supposed to look like human faces. So, so it still holds up. But with the HD, it's the perfect candidate for HD remake because it's that style. Because they can just strip it and reskin it, and it looks awesome. And a lot of people don't like. There's a lot of bloom when you're outside, so it's really glowy sometimes. But I don't mind it. I got used to it and went like, well, he's out in the middle of the ocean. It's bright. There's no shade. I can agree with this because when you go into the shade, there's a lot less. So the lighting is awesome. The animation's really good. The facial expressions are hysterical on Link as he's doing things. And I take a lot of selfies in the game. A lot of selfies.
It was really kind of funny to see GTA and Zelda have that in the same week of release, and it's like, hey, they're in the selfies. That's awesome.
Yeah,
they're really both pushing. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I'm
the social media aspect of everything. It's like, wow, everybody's latching onto this now.
Well, I mean, Wii U has it built in with the Miiverse, so you take screenshots of your game and share it with people and go, "Oh, this is fun! Look at this! I want to play this thing." And which is kind of cool, but I find it annoying a little bit. They kind of put it in the game in a very sneaky way with, well, not sneaky, it's pretty blunt, but it's like, at least it fits into the game. They're called Tingle bottles from the character named Tingle, and you just pick them up as you're sailing along, and some of them are funny, and some of them are like, look, I got this game, guys, isn't that cool?
Well, it's kids, when you have something like that in your kids, it's going to happen.
No, I know.
Like, my name is Barney.
Well, no, like, some of the best ones, though, are like, oh, man, Tower of the Gods, reliving this shit. Yeah, and it's a selfie of Link in front of it going... So...
That's cool.
I've got some ridiculous ones. You'll all see them in VODs or when I finish the damn game this weekend.
Good luck with that.
Time Warner pending.
Yeah.
I only have 3 hours left. About. I have 2 more dungeons. So I have to get the Triforce shards and 2 more dungeons, and then it's over. So it's not that long, really. So that's good. And I've had some amazing people in chat. One of them was in here earlier. His name was Uber Zelda fan. Obviously, he knows what he's talking about. And we got long debates about timelines for Zelda like games because Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Wind Waker are technically all the same universe. So we got in weird debates, and it was a great time. Some of the best VODs I've recorded. But overall, this game is fun. And it actually, I think, constitutes rebuying it fully. It's smoother, it's better, and I'm not a big fan of HD remakes, but this one's awesome.
I don't know about the price tag though. $50 for a game that's 12 years old, and I understand like where they went back and they they redid all the art and added a few gameplay things, but I don't know, like maybe $40 or like
I would agree with 40.
Yeah, 40 is a nice little middle ground. 50 seems a little.
Yeah, I got it with the system though, so that's a little different because I got my awesome gamepad.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I can understand that. Hey, it's bundled with the system. That's awesome, and I got pretty decals that are gold. That's cool.
It's paint, but
it's decal.
It's not a decal. It's paint, but
it's a paint. I'm sorry. No, but I mean that's really cool that you got the decals. I mean paint. Sorry, and the download. I got Nintendo Land. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, I got Wind Waker.
Yeah, that's you got a much better game. This is more of a party game, but I got a rock. Yeah, what's his name? Is it a he or she? Sorry, I didn't want to offend. Its gender. I don't know.
It's Alex because it's asexual. Anyways,
but yeah, I mean, when the regular one comes out, it's gonna be $49.99.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This seems Well, I think Winterfell says $30 at most for me, but
the price is not going to last too long. I don't think, and I think especially as we get closer to holiday time. It'll probably go down a little bit. Not a lot, but it'll go on
Zelda,
sale.
If you go and look at like a GameStop and Toys R Us, go look at Zelda. Like they have the original one that came out on Wii, and that one was like $20 or $30. But the newer one, Skyward Sword, that one's still at like $50, isn't it? Yeah. So the first party games, they don't drop like that.
Oh, that's true.
As long as they keep selling.
Yeah. They don't have a reason to.
Included in all the promotions, but like as far as sales go.
Well, I'm not saying an actual price drop. I'm saying we're getting to holiday time, so there will be sales. So
there will be.
So it'll be $10 to $15 off at some point this upcoming couple of months. So and especially after Christmas, so it's gonna sell more. And Skyward Sword, actually, I can't wait to play it on this to see it upscaled a little bit. So I'm gonna have a good time with that.
Hopefully.
Either way, I like that game. It doesn't matter.
No, it's great for the Wii U. It's great to see that game coming out, and what is November 22nd? The Super Mario 3D World.
Yeah.
Is right around the corner, and they just had Pikmin 3 come out, and then the Fabulous 1000 or whatever it was called.
101, fabulous, Wonderful 101.
I got it. I got to say it though. The fabulous 101.
Wonderful 101 is apparently amazing. It's just fun. It has flaws, but it doesn't matter. It's just fun. So I need to try this game out. It's probably in Redbox, so I can go get it from a Redbox. And then I have Pikmin 3, and it is ridiculously fun. A lot of people don't like playing with the gamepad. I actually prefer it over the Wiimote. For whatever, because there's a lot more things you can do with the gamepad, because you get the option to, because you have 3 people to control when you get into the game later, and with the gamepad, there's a map, and you can actually direct people to go somewhere on autopilot while you have another person doing something else. So it's like you have to manage a lot more. Makes the game a little more challenging, and I also doesn't the gamepad die really fast? I get about 5 hours on mine before it dies, but it didn't die until like the end of the stream, and I had to plug it in last night. So I don't know. It's a lot of fun. The game's fun, and it's always fun to throw Pikmin around, and then you kind of cry a little bit inside when you see them die. Because they cry. They make a little oh, and then you see their little ghosts go up, and you're like, I feel kind of terrible. I don't feel bad when I'm killing hookers in GTA, but I feel bad when Pikmin die.
They're so cute. Yeah, of course.
They're adorable, and they pose
People
like
are cute.
they get bored.
Yeah.
So they get bored and they lay on the ground with their hand on their head. It's like, God, you guys have like real personalities. I hate you because I'm gonna feel bad when I throw you into a monster's mouth later.
Aw, that makes me sad.
Disappointing.
It is very sad, actually. It makes me a little sad. But what else? I don't know. Wii U, it's cool. It's got games coming out now, and I'm happy. Stuff and things. Wonderful 101. I'll have to play, but I don't know. Oh, good night. One of the burnings, if not all of them.
Not Burning Infinity.
There's so many of them.
And also,
The whole
I think
crew.
that same night, the November 22nd, they have the Zelda game, The Link Between Worlds, coming out on 3DS.
Yes, they do.
So it's going to be a big Friday. That's also Xbox One release.
Yep. I will be getting Link Between Worlds. I have some DS games coming out this next couple months that I'm going to be like, oh, I should be playing my games I'm supposed to be streaming, but I'm going to be playing Pokemon. And
Pokemon.
You just get a little webcam and put it in front of your 3DS and stream it. Like,
I need
this is great quality.
I need like a GoPro or something for the gamepad when I'm playing games on Twitch.
Yeah, this was someone who was like, yeah, because they used that on I don't know, Freddie Wong.
Yeah, the Node crew.
Node does
they
it,
did
yeah.
that, yeah. I need to
I don't
figure
know.
out a way to do that.
We
No-
did it again, man. The stream went over 2 hours.
Oh Jesus, man!
Oh,
Although we started 13 minutes late.
Oh.
Technically.
because that is true.
We did,
Yes.
but that's okay, and we can end at any point now. But I don't know. Do we have any final thoughts, final closing remarks, and then we'll do shout outs or shameless self promoting.
Woo!
Which is why I do this, because I like talking about me.
Well, never mind. I was gonna say we could do an open lobby with Grand Theft Auto 5, but you don't have it, so never mind.
I don't.
What a shame.
What about
No.
you kids?
You can do it.
You'll have Xbox?
No, they have PS.
Oh, it's
No.
PS3.
Oh, sorry about that.
Hey.
No, I didn't mean like that. I just meant like, oh,
I like my PS3.
I just
Okay.
meant, oh well. Never
All
mind.
right,
Don't excited for nothing.
I have 2 questions in chat from one of the Burning Infinity, the original,
From Burning.
from the actual one. 2 things. When are we playing Magicka again? Soon. I don't know if Dean can do it, but I have a member of the esports team who wants to play. And when is the next Retro Rehab? That's a good question.
I don't know.
Oh man.
What's Retro
That's a
Rehab?
really good question.
Retro
Point at
Rehab
that.
is a show that we started where we get drunk and play an old video game.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is.
And it, yeah.
I still think we need like a special Super Smash Brothers or Mario Parties like edition, because we'd probably all kill each other by the end of it.
Yeah, I'm just imagining all the bloodshed and the trips to the hospital because of Mario
It'd
Party.
be great.
It's like Monopoly.
I'm in.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's
be
the
real
reason
great,
you
though.
joined chat. It's the reason you joined. All right. I will probably be streaming Ocarina of Time again in the coming months. At some point. I'll finish that damn game file.
Drunk
Oh, you
Mario
did an
Kart.
emulator?
Oh my god.
No, I'm just going to use my Dazzle and play it off my original system.
Mhm.
That's how we do it. That's how you do
Dazzle.
retro games, dude. You can't really use anything else because Dazzle works in 240p, and that's what the N64 works at.
Right. Because you
The
do have Wii U now, and you can download those games
but
from
I
the.
have the game, and I have a save file that we're halfway through.
You can have the game in 240p. Believe me, once you see it like on
I'm
1080,
down-
you're like,
I'm downloading Secret of Mana later this month, so I'm gonna do that too. So meh.
it's so beautiful.
I love these pixels. Look how sharp and square they are.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like, oh my god, it's so beautiful.
240p. Well, I mean, that's the way it was.
It's so
240p.
cute.
I mean, Wind Waker at 1080p is pretty amazing.
It is, yeah.
It's
no, but I mean, just download like a cheap like NES game or something like that when it goes on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wii U, and you'll be like, "Holy fuck, my life! This is amazing."
What do I got? Let's look at the eShop because I can shop on my gamepad as opposed to actually looking.
Yeah, like that.
At the TV, which I love. I use my monitor to play my Wii U. I don't use a TV. Because I don't want to move my computer across the room to where my TV is. And I have 2 monitors, so works out. Being the devil on your shoulder, I use a monitor as well. Hell yeah, you do. Winterfell is my bro. We'll have him on here someday.
Jojo being the devil on my shoulder. What?
Oh, because he's trying to make me spend. You're trying to make me spend more money. I've spent a lot of money on video games. Humble Bundle. I don't spend a lot, but I buy a lot of humble indie bundles. A lot of humble indie bundles. That's why I have Duke Nukem 3D on my 3rd or 4th platform. Which is ridiculous. That's true. It does have a better rate to size for games. No, I don't know. Retro Rehab will be back soon. That's all I can say.
Soon.
Soon, TM. Thank you, Blizzard.
I'm totally not going to live stream on my Twitch channel real quick. Wii U in 1080p. And show you what the retro looks like. I would never do that.
Of course not. Yeah.
Why would you even dream of such a thing?
I don't know. There's a lot of things, but Secret of Mana is definitely like tops on my list to download right now. Because I haven't played that game in probably 12 years, and I think it just had its 20th
Can y'all still hear me?
anniversary. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hello? I
Maybe.
can't hear us.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I can hear.
We don't know.
I can hear you people.
Might be a sign.
That's weird. Okay.
Are we back with you?
Can you still see me?
hear us? Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Okay. Whatever. You broke it.
Oh, when I opened XSplit, it was like, frack you.
Oh, because you're already using your camera in Skype.
Yeah.
It doesn't
out,
like
man.
to do that. For whatever reason. I can hear everyone and everything and every what. Thank you, Winterfell. Oh, you have Magicka too, but I suck at it. Everyone sucks at it. It's like, it's a game where you just kill your friends all game long. You never get anything accomplished. Because you have the option of team killing.
Oh yeah, nothing would ever get done.
That's true. Burning's not bad at it. It was only bad because we had Dean in the room and he kept killing everyone. Or dying. And I couldn't tell if it was on purpose or he's just really, really bad at it. I think it's a bit of both.
Or it's still out.
Yeah, I think it's still a bit of both. But I don't know. I don't think we have much else on the plate. There's nothing else to really talk about. There was a lot that happened, but not all that interesting other than all the drama with GTA and the Steam announcements. And the fact that I'll cry if we don't have what's it called? That game I want. Half-Life Trace.
Oh yeah. Your announcement.
Yes.
Also the LA Podfest.
And the LA Podfest, which we'll be at.
Deal. That's coming up on the 4th.
Where I will be advertising like a shameless whore.
Yay!
That's all I do. You should.
I know.
We'll
have lots of really fun stuff coming.
Oh man, that's Super Mario World, all right.
Alright, so should we wrap this up?
I think so. I think we're good.
Okay.
Let's
Alright, guys.
Alright, Robby. Be the first shameless
Yes.
whore. Where can we find you?
Alright. You can find me up above. You can see my Twitter name. I am at Robby Shuttles. You can also find me running our Facebook and our Twitter account. Facebook is the Futon Alliance. Twitter is just Futon Alliance. Find us there. Find me up there, and I'm done.
Hooray.
And done.
Stacey.
Alright. Again, I'm Stacey. You can find me at TFA Fly Honey on Twitter. I ditched the underscore. Life is much better
did
now.
you? You didn't
I
tell me
ditched
this.
it.
Good.
Said bye.
Now
So
you
it's just
match me.
TFA Fly Honey.
Oh, we're matching
And
now.
I tweet really stupid things from there, and it's usually fun, I think. And cry about anime.
Cry
That's
about
essentially
anime.
what I do on Twitter. Join me!
You and our hopeful guest for next week, who I won't say who's coming on because it's not a definite yet.
Can we talk about anime?
We're going to talk about anime all next week.
That's what I mean.
Jojo. Where can we find
at
you?
Jojopet,
Yes.
the Twitter and stuff and things. Twitter, Jojopetv, YouTube, /Jojopetv. Pretty much anything social media is Jojopetv. Do videos on games, do gameplays, live streams. Mostly right now it's Grand Theft Auto 5, but got a lot of Skylanders coming up and more Disney Infinity and stuff like that. I see the face you're making. Like you know you love Skylanders. I know it's in your heart. Ooh, what you got out in your pocket?
Trying to ditch all my
I see.
Skylanders.
Are you talking?
okay?
I'm looking at my gamepad right now. I'm not even.
Okay, yeah. He's like,
I'm reading about Scribblenauts Unmasked. All right.
yes. Mhm. But yeah, I do a lot of stuff on there, and hopefully we can find a game that me and Bro Sidon both play, so we can dual stream on YouTube.
Do you have Terraria?
Terraria?
Yeah. It's like the OG Minecraft. It's on Steam.
Oh no, I don't have that.
They just did a bunch of updates and it's
I
awesome.
was about to say, do I need to go to the doctor and get checked out?
No.
Do you have Terraria?
Yes.
Sounds like an STD or something. No, so it's on Steam. No, I don't have that though.
I don't know if it's on sale right now, but it's a good game. Check it out when it's on sale, and we'll find out what we're playing someday.
Yeah, find something.
Is that it? You did your shout out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did that.
well-
I thought I interrupted you. All right. And now me. Twitter up above my head at TFA Bro Sidon. I run our YouTube account and our Twitch account, so I do a lot of stuff on here. I am streaming almost every day for the last week. So, actually, yes, every day for the last week. So, I'm not going to tomorrow. Tomorrow's off day. But obviously, if you're watching this, you're on Twitch or you're on YouTube. So subscribe to both. Twitch.tv/The Futon Alliance and YouTube.com/The Futon Alliance. Follow our Twitter, which we've given out before, at Futon Alliance. And I think that's it. You good?
Yeah, well, we have lots of coverage for the Podfest coming up, and we also have some new videos, our, fabled cooking show, that should be up pretty soon, so keep an eye out on all our social media platforms for those.
All right. So check us out at thefutonalliance.com, and we'll see all you guys next time.
Bye, everyone.